Hello and welcome to the Daily Line at BetRepublic.com. I'm Jarvis Symes. With me is Greg Dempson. We are looking at the NCAA, the NBA, and the NHL from a sports betting perspective with some top plays from our day. Greg, how are you doing today?
I'm very good.
Good stuff. Let's start things off in the NCAA. We're counting down towards the March Madness. We're 12 days away. Penn State is playing Michigan State. Not quite the rivalry you're going to see in the football side of things, but there's still going to be some bad blood between these teams. What do you got for us here?
Well, Penn State, they're an also-ran team. The line's 13. Michigan State, they know they're going to be in the tournament. You're paying a premium for this team just like you would with the New Orleans Saints next year in football,
right.
The Pittsburgh Steelers, any of those juggernaut teams. You're always laying a little more wood than you should at home. You pay a penalty when playing a favorite. Such is the case here. I made the line in this game, Jarvis, at 11 points. It's at 13 right now. And here's a classic example. Michigan State, 13-2 straight up at home, but 4-9 against the spread. Penn State, 4-9 straight up away, 9-4 against the spread. The Nittany Lions are winning between 20 and 40% of their games this year. Michigan State between 60 and 80% of their games. That's why there's a big line disparity. There's also a system playing against the home team when they're laying double digits, and that system is 86 and 48, 64% against the spread when backing the road dog. An official selection on Penn State plus 13 points.
Penn State plus 13 points. Over to the NBA where we have only 3 games on the card, but at least a couple of them are getting a lot of attention. One of the games that you like is a tight line where you're figuring that the odds makers are not quite giving enough respect to the Phoenix Suns. Utah is in Phoenix, laying 1, 214's a total.
Okay, well, I made the line on this 3.5 points. The Phoenix Suns have been playing very good ball of late. They've won 13 of their last 16 games straight up. These two teams recently played the Clippers. Utah went into L.A. and laid a stinker. They got beat badly by the Clippers. The Suns that took care of L.A. easily. That's not why I like this game. I like this game for a lot of reasons. Utah has not been winning the close games. As a matter of fact, they've lost out of 16 games this year decided by 5 points or less. They've won 6 and lost 10. 3 of those losses came in their last 5 games. So they don't know how to win a close one. This line is close. The odds maker thinks it'll be close. I've got Phoenix winning by about 10 points in this game. 2 will be enough to get it done. Steve Nash leads the league in assists. An average this year, Jarvis, of 11.2 per game. Last time out against the Jazz, he had 15 assists. Now, here's
Nash
something.
has thrived against the Jazz. Excellent.
Here's something that I really like. We didn't mention this in the other segment. Play on home teams, that's Phoenix, after successfully covering the point spread in 4 more consecutive games when you have 2 good teams meeting like we do here. And this scenario here right now, it's 32-8 against the spread. That's 80% the last 5 seasons. It's 4-1 this year, 25-4 against the number the last 3 seasons.
25-4, and we're only laying 1.
And we're laying 1 point. So come on. I like them. You know, I hope I'm not duped here, but our official selection here tonight, I like the Phoenix Suns laying 1 point to get the win, obviously the cover against the Utah Jazz. One other thing, Jarvis, if they go to the BetRepublic website, we've got a selection for them on the game between the Heat and the L.A. Lakers, and we've got a really strong opinion and some good information on the Memphis Grizzlies and the Chicago Bulls game.
Greg's numbers are up at the BetRepublic.com, NBA stadiums. Check out the article sections. Also check the NCAA. Now, over to the NHL, they have wasted no time whatsoever getting back in action after the Olympic break. There was 1 game, a little tease, and then they've been hitting it hard. 9 games on the ice tonight. Trade deadline went over with record-setting number of transactions yesterday and record-setting number of players moved, but nothing really significant. We think probably Kovalchuk before the Olympic break was the big deadline. I have a system that comes into effect every season after the trade deadline, and today is officially the first day of it. There are 3 games that come live for this. 2 of them I really like, but I'm going to be posting the numbers up at the BetRepublic.com hockey stadiums. Let's go through a couple of these games, starting off with the Rangers. We've got the Rangers playing against the Pittsburgh Penguins. Sid the man he's been calling now, though. Sid the man after pocketing the gold medal. I like it. The play with the Rangers in Pittsburgh is not as dependent on who's in net as it is dependent on who we get on the close does count scenario, let's say.
Okay.
You're looking at where teams are in the playoff picture, what they're playing for right now. only looking at conference matchups. With the Penguins and Rangers, I'm looking at a play on the under. You're laying just 120, 5.5 under 120. I have an official selection on the under 120, and your numbers lined up with that as well.
My numbers show it going under the total by 1.1 goals, Jarvis. So, yeah, I like the under that game as well.
Excellent. Well, this profile was live 8 times in the first week last season following the break. Had a success rate of 7-1, and we have another play flipping over to the overside on the Tampa Bay and Washington game. Caps are laying 290. Tampa Bay Lightning 6.5 over 115 is the line. Seems kind of modest for a Capitals game, but they're waiting for the Caps to get going. They're also waiting on the Lightning to find some offense, which they've had troubles doing. This system was live 8 times in the first week. It was 7 overs, 1 under last year. The play for us, we know Varlamov's in net for Washington, but the play for us is on the over 6.5 points. What numbers did your
I showed just slightly over 7 goals there, and the other thing too, you're not paying a big premium. You're not laying $1.30, $1.35. You're playing it over, and you're laying $1.50. That's pretty reasonable juice when playing hockey totals.
There were only 2 games last year where the total hit 6.5 in this profile. I'll let you know they both went over. We had 7 total goals scored in one game, 9 in another. My official selection is on Washington and Tampa Bay to play over 6.5. Greg, recap for us. What did you have?
Let's have a recap. Okay, basketball, 2 selections. The first one tonight, NCAA take take the Penn State Nittany Lions. They're getting 13 points on the road at Michigan State. I like Penn State. And then the NBA tonight, the second game on TNT. I like the home team, the Phoenix Suns, -1 point. Those are my 2 selections.
Good luck to you. I've got 2 plays on the ice tonight, looking at the Pens and Rangers staying under 5.5. Also looking at the Lightning and Capitals to make their way over 6.5. That's 4 plays for you. Good luck, good winning tonight. We'll see you at BetRepublic.com.
Good luck, good winning this evening.